guys, so I pulled out all of the primers out of the drawer and we're gonna go through these one by one. I'm still trying to get through some of these in my project pans. I'm doing pretty good, and I did add a couple, so we're gonna go ahead and go through these. Okay, so we're gonna start with this one. This is in my current project pan for January. This is the Cover FX Gripping Primer. This is a very nice primer to grip your foundation. You don't need but a little bit of this. I think I've tried the milk one. I think I had a sample and it was okay, but this one you just need the tiniest bit all over the face. If you put too much, it will peel. But it is very nice for keeping that makeup on, keeping that foundation on. It's very smooth. It goes into the skin very nicely. That's why you don't need very much. But I have the Cover FX Gripping Primer. It is a favorite. Well, a lot of these are favorites, so you'll find that out here in a bit. These two from Becca. These are the Ever Matte Poreless Primer. Of course, Becca's no longer available. I already had this, and then I found this at TJ Maxx, I think. And I also got the Hydra Mist powder, which I love that. I have a backup of that. So I'm not gonna need this anytime soon, and you can probably see through this. This is full. This one I still have a lot in. You don't need much of this either. You don't swipe this on, you pat it on. Pat it in your T-zone or wherever it is that you get oily, and you just pat it on. If you swipe it on, it will start to peel up, but you just pat it on and it will melt into your skin and it will keep you matte, especially your T-zone. It'll keep you nice and matte. I love this primer and I'm glad I have a backup. I use this mostly in the spring and summer months because that's when I usually get more oily. Right now it's winter, I'm not that oily. I do have combination, but the places that I get oily are in my T-zone, and this is a great one for that. So if you have this, pull it out and use it. It's great, but right now it's not good unless you have oily skin all year round. The e.l.f. Cookies and Cream Primer. This is their putty primer. I did not try the original. I did find this at TJ Maxx and I have used it. It's been in a project pan. It smells like cookies and I love it. It's very smoothing. You only need a tiny bit. It's very creamy. Cat hair. It's very creamy. So a little would go a long way. If you just needed this in your T-zone, that would be fine. But you just need the tiniest bit to go all over the face. And it makes my makeup last. I have no problems with it. I love this, and I've heard a lot of people say that this one they like better than the original. But I have the e.l.f. Cookies and Cream Putty Primer. Peter Thomas Roth, one of my favorite primers as well. This is the Skin to Die For. I've gone through a few smaller ones of this. This one is something like the Ever Matte, but you don't have to pat it on. You can just rub it in, and it's very, very smoothing. A lot of the primers that I have are very smoothing and pore reducing. And this one is a favorite. It's been around for a long time and glad that I have this in my collection. The Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizer Primer. This is nice because it is more hydrating. I've had this for a long time. I'm gonna put this in the project pan here soon because I want to use it up. Can't even squeeze it out. It's a little bit more hydrating. You only need a tiny bit of any primer, because I've seen people put on a bunch of primer and then they're like, I don't understand why this doesn't work. Because you're putting on too much, that's why. You need the tiniest bit. Primer will last you for a long time. And this one is a little bit more illuminizing, you know, compared to this, which is more matte. This is more illuminizing. but I really like this. So either February or March, I'm gonna put this in before it starts getting, you know, springtime in April. I might put this in, but I want to try to use it up. It does take a long time to use up primer, but that's the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizer Primer. The Lorac Perfection Mattifying Face Primer. This is also very nice. I got this at TJ Maxx as well, I believe. And it's clear. Again, it's mattifying. Be great for the spring and summer months to keep down that oil, and that I just put that little bitty thing and it spreads so nicely. And you see it's not as shiny as the rest of my hand. It's a little bit more matte, but I really enjoy this from Lorac. So I have the First Aid Beauty Coconut Skin Smoothing Primer. I've used a few sample sizes of this, and then I went ahead and got the big size. And this is very moisturizing, so this would be good for this time of year because it's a moisturizing primer. It smells nice. I know I'm putting these on and you can't really see anything because they're primers, but you know, just for demonstration purposes. But this is very hydrating, again, especially during this time of year, and it's a favorite and I love it. And this for Solly and this milk one, I think I got this for Solly one in BoxyCharm Drop Box. I really enjoy this very much. There's not a lot in this little bottle, but you only need a little bit, and it really does smooth out your skin. This one is the Skin Tune Blur Perfecting Primer. Farsali hasn't been on the radar lately. I think they're taking a break, but they used to be on Instagram all the time and everybody was using them. So I think they might be coming back soon, so look out for that. But I really enjoy this primer. And then the milk one, I've gone through a few of these. This is, it's kind of stiff. And I have to dig it out because for some reason this component won't go up. See, and it's broken. That's fine. That's fine, but I try to, you know, make it go up because it's supposed to go up, but it won't for some reason, which is fine, and I just dig it out. And it's like a hard putty. You have to warm it up with your fingers. And again, I just use this in my T-zone, so that's fine. But I've gone through a few of these and I love both of them. The Dominique Blur Moisture Serum. This is a nice one too, especially this time of year to give you some hydration from the cold. And it has a pump, which I really enjoy with that. So you can try to get everything out. And if not, you can always screw this off and get down in there if you need to. But I really like that it has a pump on it. I'm making a mess here. But this I think I got in a BoxyCharm, but I really do like it in the winter time. Touch and Soul, I have been using this one for years. It takes forever to use up the No Problem primer because you only need a little bit, and it's very smoothing, and it is a pump, and you can see I'm almost done. So I might put this in, I don't know, because this is more smoothing and mattifying. I need something right now with hydration, but this is going to be coming up in a project pan soon, so I can go ahead and use this up. But I have a backup of it in a tube that I got from, and you see it hasn't even been opened, that I got from BoxyCharm. So I will be using this up and opening this one later on. The Give Beauty All-Time Prime. I found this at TJ Maxx for $7.99, and this is a priming oil. I did use this in a project pan a few months ago, and I really like it. It's not oily. It feels more like a dry oil. The component, this is glass, and it's very heavy, and you only need the smallest amount. And and it's like a dry oil, so it's not oily. It just absorbs into the skin like instantly, and it's really smooth. Really enjoy this, and it has a nice scent. But I really like this. This is my only Give product because I've talked to people who love Give, but her aesthetic is not my aesthetic. Hers is more neutral, you know, red lip, you know, Gwen Stefani. I love Gwen Stefani. I loved No Doubt, but this is not, her makeup aesthetic is not mine. But this I really like. So, and I'm gonna have it for a while. So hopefully it doesn't go rancid since it is an oil, but right now it is nice. It smells nice, and again, it's not oily at all. It's a dry oil. The Professional. This has been around forever, and I've gone through a few of the small sample sizes. This is a favorite. This, you want mattifying, you want pore blurring, you want people to think that you don't have any pores. This is what you get. And I got the big size, so I don't have to repurchase for a while, but this is an absolute favorite. This one from BH, I got this at TJ Maxx as well. This is the Hydrating Face Primer. Great for, again, this time of year to help add hydration, but help your makeup stay, and also to blur those pores. And it smells like coconut. Yep, it smells like coconut. I love BH. I wish they would get their poop in a group and come back strong. I know Revolution bought them, and Revolution is still coming out with stuff, and some of the things that BH is coming out on their website is just not interesting at all. I want them to get that foot in their butt and get them back to where they were, because those of us who love BH miss them. I have a whole drawer just dedicated to BH palettes that I love. I want them to come back and claim their glory, even though they're bought by Revolution. But this Paradise Prime, again, I got it at TJ Maxx. It is a wonderful primer if you see it there. Hard Candy, this is their Pore Defense Primer Serum. I really like this too. I got this at the Dollar Tree when they had a lot of Hard Candy stuff. This was a few years ago. They had all of the setting sprays, primer sprays, everything. I think I got all of them. And I got this serum, and it's very, very nice, and it is like a serum. Let's see. I might have to shake it up here because I haven't used it in a while. There it is. I have to shake it up because it was just oil coming out, but this is what she looks like. It is like a serum. It's very, very thin, but it absorbs very nicely. It's not greasy at all. And this would be great for, again, the summer and spring months to add some moisture to your skin. It's not off. It smells just fine. So that's the one from Hard Candy. These three here, this is the Black Radiance True Complexion, the Milani Prime Shield, and the NYX Skin Killer. This one you can get at Walmart in the black, where they sell Black Radiance. This one is nice if you want to blur your pores, and it feels very moisturizing, and it's a shine control, so that means it's going to help with shine, and so you can stay matte, but it's very smoothing. It's not dry. And then the same with the Milani Prime Shield. This one is mattifying as well. This one is clear. This one feels a little bit heavier than the Black Radiance one. For mattifying, it feels a little bit drier. And then the Shine Killer from NYX, that one is also clear. So these are all mattifying. This one feels a little thicker too to help mattify. It's a little bit more slippy, more silicone-y. than the other two. This one isn't blending in as quickly as the other two did. It's more silicone-y, but it does blur those pores, and I do love all three of them. And I have this one from Laura Mercier. This is a pure canvas primer. This is also blurring. It's very nice. I just had this in a project pan not too long ago. It's great for this time of year to add a little bit of moisture, but it does blur the pores as well. Then lastly, I have these two from Illamasqua. I'd heard about these from Angelica Nyqvist. She talked about these on her channel for a long time, and I decided to pick them up in a BoxyCharm drop box. This one is the Beyond Veil, and this one is in the Hydra Veil. And I like that they come with a little spatula, so you can get it out. This one is more glowy, because it is the Beyond Veil to add a little glow. These are also very hydrating. And then the Hydra Veil, this one is clear. And you need the tiniest bit. This will last you forever. If you had both of these, you wouldn't need any other primers forever. But I love both of these very much, so her recommendation did not go unheard, and I'm glad I picked them up. So I have these two here from Illamasqua. Alright, so those were all my primers that I have in my collection right now. I have gotten rid of a couple, but then I have added a few in here. I try not to add primers because they take so long to use, but I have added a couple. I added the Give one, and I also added the Touch and Soul one, but the others have been with me for quite a while. I thank you all for coming and hanging out with me and seeing my makeup collection. There's more to come with, of course, blushes and contours and things like that. And then, of course, lastly, I will do my eyeshadow palette collection. But make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when I upload a new video. Again, I appreciate you all. Follow me on Instagram, and we'll see you in the next video.